This is No BS with the Coopers.
And we're back.
Yeah, we back.
Welcome to
No BS with the Coopers. Yes. How are you, beautiful?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm just peachy, right?
Peachy.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful day. It's been a wonderful week.
Yeah, it's kind of slow.
I think that's a part of it being wonderful too, because normally, especially when 2023 hit, it's been nonstop.
Yeah, we have.
Every day has been moving and going, and it seems like faster than the other one.
Yeah.
So I think I appreciate a little slow down in a sense. We're constantly working, so we're that's not slowing down. So it just gives us more room to perfect the craft and do what we love.
Yep.
Today, we thought that we would go over music, and not just any music. We would want to go over what we refer to as the golden era of music. What is the golden era, you may ask? Oh, well, allow me to retort. Our golden era is music that we either grew up listening to, the music that kind of shaped us as children. Even beyond that, the music kind of, our parents used to listen to, that we kind of gravitated to, and that also shaped us. And when I say golden era, I mean my teenage years.
Yeah.
My teenage years when I really understood kind of like the power of music was in the 90s.
Yeah.
And the 90s music, that 90s era of music, even the late 80s going into the 90s, but the 90s era of music was like none other, and people are trying to duplicate it and
they can't.
No,
the 90s music is the best music of all times to me.
Hands down. I mean, there's many people that can argue different.
Yeah, they can.
Because there's great music in different genres and in different times in the world. But I'm telling you, if you were lucky enough to grow up in the 90s,
yeah, you special,
and listen to the music. I'm talking about all around music, not just rap or R&B. I'm talking pop. I'm talking rock. I'm talking just all types of music. If you were blessed to come up during the 90s listening to those music, you know what we talking about.
Yeah, big facts.
You know what we're talking about. So we decided to make a list. My lovely wife, you see her, the queen. She made her list. My list will be coming from music that is actually in my phone, that I actually still listen to today. And it's gonna
I mean, I have these songs in my phone too.
I'm not saying you don't.
On my playlist.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't, but I'm speaking pre-playlist. You all remember before playlists, or maybe you don't, but let me fill you in. People like myself, we used to make real mixtapes.
Come on. Yeah.
Are you familiar with the mixtapes?
Yeah.
No, you're not? We're going to fill you in. I'm not talking about when mixtapes were cool and people, I'm making a mixtape. When you hear mixtape, you automatically think, rappers making a mixtape of some songs before he put out an album.
No rap on mine.
Nah. A mixtape to us was taking a cassette recorder. Wow. Wait a minute. A cassette recorder.
That's old school.
Blank tape. Sometimes if you couldn't afford a blank tape, you take another tape, put some tissue
in the corners
of the tape, and you can record over the. But see, y'all don't know nothing about that. We had to rig stuff. You feel me to hear good music. But okay, so mixtapes, and I made a few. Mixtapes was making songs that you heard back then. You could only catch those songs if they came out on the radio.
Mm-hmm. That's how I got my songs.
You could only catch the songs if you heard them on the radio.
You run around trying to find a tape.
Quick.
What's my song?
One of the local stations here. It was an AM station. I don't think it was FM at the time. WPOM. WPOM was a local station, and they did what they called a midnight train.
Midnight train to Georgia.
And you used to be able to call in.
Mm-hmm.
You could make requests, but before making requests, you used to call in and be able to give shout outs. You used to be able to call in. So y'all don't know.
Come on, man.
Everybody watching this that grew up with us, grew up in our era, came up in Riviera, West Palm, all of that. You know.
Just in the 90s period.
In the 90s, you know. You know, you used to get that call, and those of y'all that were dating and stuff around the time, you used to be waiting to hear your name on the radio.
Shout out to my baby.
And then that next day in school, it was like, it was all good. But that's the era we came up in. How was music, that scene for you coming up? Like, what stuff were you listening to, baby?
Oh my God. But what got me on to a lot of the music, because I used to stay up late and watch, was it Midnight Soul?
BET?
On BET, yeah. Midnight something.
I think it was Video Soul.
No, it was Midnight something.
Something did come on after midnight. Don't quote us, BET.
Yeah.
Y'all the ones took it off your network.
I mean, if y'all look it up on YouTube, I'm quite sure it's on there somewhere.
Y'all took it off the net. I remember Video Soul with Donnie Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. And then they did have a midnight. They did have a midnight show.
The late night song.
Yeah, the late night show.
Played during the day.
Yeah, so that's when you found a lot of the music. I found
a lot of music. And then not only that, remember they had the get 10 CDs for 99 cents?
Oh yeah, through the mail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when I tell you that was the biggest scam
I had so many CDs. I changed my name. I don't know how many times.
How many different names?
Same address, and they never got paid. Okay.
Hey y'all messed up on that. Whoever
got my CDs.
Whoever was sitting in the boardroom when y'all was making that decision to market it that way to get CDs out. But they knew what they were doing, dude. Because they were catching people, but they was getting their money back.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't get it from me.
You ain't get it from me either. but yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
I mainly listen to a lot of groups.
Right.
That was popping back in the 90s.
Okay.
Like TLC.
Right.
Brownstone. Subway.
Yeah, I was listening to them too. Babyface around that time, that kind of music. Brandy, yeah. The original album from Brandy.
I wanna be there.
Yeah. Tony.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, we running down
House
lists.
Party.
Yeah, House Party. We came up watching House Party and House Party 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Raphael Sadiq and Tony had a heavy influence on the soundtrack.
Yes.
So that was dope. Mint Condition.
Pretty brown eyes,
I see. Yeah.
I'm not a singer, but
yeah. She got it. For me.
Yeah, baby. What songs were you listening to?
It was different for me because around that time in the 90s, that's when I was finding, myself and my voice. Mm-hmm. Really. That's when I was doing a lot of singing in school, a lot of singing.
Talent shows and stuff.
Talent shows and all of that type of stuff. Yeah. So I listened to, believe it or not, a lot of what people would consider old school music.
Yeah, I listen to them too, like Temptations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I listened to a lot. I listened to Al Green because I used to sing. I'm Still in Love with You. I used to sing Simply Beautiful.
Okay.
I listened to Barry White, the Love Unlimited Orchestra. I came up on a lot of that music. And a lot of the early crooners. My mom listened to Freddie Jackson, Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass. Some of the greats in music, you know, Gerald Levert, Levert, the group, you know what I mean? Anita Baker.
Yes, Anita. Can't forget her.
What do we say? Sade.
Sade.
You know, I'm mentioning everybody that I'm mentioning made real, authentic music. And it was something, it was a point in time to where, and hopefully, you know, you all have experienced this. I know we have, we do it as parents, you know, when you were growing up and your mom would put that music on a Saturday, it's cleanup day. And it's good music playing throughout the house and everybody's in a good mood, getting things done. And those were times I do remember certain songs and stuff. I listened to a lot of jazz music, Kenny G.
Kenny G was on top of my
Kenny
list
G was
too.
playing heavy in our house. Ben Tankard. For those of you all that don't know who Ben Tankard is, he is a great pianist, great musician. He would be considered spiritual music, gospel music, things of that nature. So that's the music growing up I was accustomed to hearing. And then, you know, like we say in the 90s, we had some groups. We mentioned the Jodeci's, we mentioned the Subways, the ABC, Another Bad Creation, all of the kids songs. It was just a lot of good music back then. And
a lot of one-hit wonders too.
Oh, girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. Hey, Milli Vanilli. I put up a TikTok, right? I saw the meme. I had to put it up. It was a picture of Milli Vanilli, and it was like, "This is Milli Vanilli looking at everybody doing TikToks."
They basically was doing it before its time.
Hey, they were before their time. For those of you that don't know, Milli Vanilli was a group that came out. That song that we were just singing, they sung that.
But who was the original singers then?
I have no idea.
Nobody never exposed that part.
I have no idea. I think that happened too in another group, CNC Music Factory.
I don't know who that is.
Man, somebody in the comments, when you see this, you know what I'm talking about. CNC Music Factory. It was I believe it was Good Vibrations, just a good vibration.
Oh yeah, I remember that song.
And remember, it was a heavy set lady that sung the song.
Yeah,
but she didn't get recognition because of her size and because of who she was.
Wow.
And so I believe they had a skinnier woman or somebody portray as if she did the song. Nobody in the world compares to you. You turn heads every time you step into a room. I bet they say to themselves, she got it, she got it, she got it, she got it. But I know you got it, you got it. You got it, you got it. It's the way you walk and how you carry yourself. Girl, you work so hard, you don't need no help. Ooh.
got it, you got it. You got it, you got it. I love your dress. You got it, you got it. You got it, you got it. I love your dress. I love your dress. You got it, you got it. You got it, you got it. Everybody staring at your main attraction. You the hottest on the scene. I love your dress. And I promise if I get you gon' want me to fulfill your fantasy. I'ma get you out of your dress. It's the way you walk and how you carry yourself. Girl, you work so hard, you don't need no help. Ooh, you got it, you got it. You got it, you got it. I love your dress. You got it, you got it. You got it, you got it. I love your dress. I love your dress. You got it, you got it. You got it, you got it.
Being a celebrity is ridiculous at times.
Making music. Sometimes what these artists and stuff had to go through,
it's ridiculous
to get their voice out, you know, to be what they saw, you know, and to have that sort of fame based off of the talent that they had.
Yeah.
The music that was made for us, like I said, I'm just gonna go down, and this list, it says old school, but it's not even just old school music. Yeah. This is what's considered old school, and it could be from the genre of musics they'll switch. So I got Al Green, Barry White, I got Biggie and Too Short, I got Bone Thugs and Harmony. Come on, you see the balance and all this stuff. I got Bootsy Collins, I'd Rather Be With You. Yeah, I got Bootsy. I got C Murder. Listen to what I'm listening to, y'all. I got DJ Chip, man. That's Take It to the Mo. Y'all don't, you know what?
They don't know about that.
Hold on,
they ain't from Florida. Lay it down.
See, yeah. Shout out DJ Chip, man.
You only know that if you're from Florida. I got Eazy-E, Boys in the Hood. The Boys in the Hood ain't always hard. Yeah, that. You know, and all of that, within all of that, I got Fantasia, Free Yourself. Who? How you go from this? All that Fantasia.
Hey, yo, man, you remember that shit Easy did a while back?
How you go from that to this? Come on, man. You got to be something different. You got to have something different.
Okay.
You know, so needless to say, the music I listen to and what we listen to is just that golden era. You can even incorporate the early 2000s. You can even incorporate some of that.
Yeah, that's music. When Missy came out, her solo project.
Missy.
She was in the group first, and I didn't know that.
I had no idea until I seen a little bit of her VH1. But Missy was a writer.
Yeah.
Missy still is.
Yeah.
Missy, I put it to you like this. There was a point in time when music was being made, from the time Missy came out until now,
Well, really until they switched over the whole genre of R&B, but that's neither here nor there. Missy was responsible for all this R&B, this real R&B music.
Come on.
Missy, Misdemeanor Elliott. Songwriters Hall of Fame and all that.
Salute, girl.
Salute to you, Missy. Yeah, so in a nutshell, the golden era of music for us, it can't be beat.
Yeah, it can't, because when we were in our dating phase,
Ooh.
listening to what, Jodeci? We had no business listening to that album.
Business. Okay, what was the name of the album? This was that.
But Freaking You.
This was the one with the hotel, the after party, the that album. Y'all know the Freaking You album, the Jodeci Freaking You album. Oh man, listen, that was us at that age had no business listening to Jodeci. Hey, you know who helped produce and put that album out? Diddy.
Ew, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Diddy had a lot to do with that type of music that was coming out during that time. Cause he had just came from Uptown and formulating Bad Boy in that mode. So yeah, it just put a damper on shit, right? Especially after what we finding out and how when we get to these final thoughts and y'all really realize where we going with this.
It was called The Show, The After Party.
The Show, The After Party. Okay, listen. That album, you could put the whole album on and let it run.
Just let it run through.
That's how bad Jodeci was.
Mm-hmm.
You could put the whole album on and just let it run. Yeah.
The hits.
That's really what it is. But they, not just them, Jagged Edge, like we just mentioned.
Jagged Edge.
And let's not forget 112. It was another group that came out of the Diddy camp. That's another group. However, 112 had some great. Their first album, I believe their third. For me, their first and their third album was the albums.
Yeah.
But that first one, hands down.
That one called Pleasure and Pain.
I think so.
That was one of my favorite
albums. I think so. Nah, one of their sleeper songs on there was an interlude, and then then they actually made a song out of it, and it was called Why.
Mm-hmm.
That was their sleeper. Jagged Edge, on their first album, they had a song called For the Rest of Our Lives. That was their sleeper. A lot of songs and a lot of the music that did come out during that time too was the record labels put out the singles, but some of their best songs were on the album that didn't come out as singles. So you had to hear the album in order to hear the songs. I think it was called Pleasure and Pain.
No, I think it was called 112.
Oh, 112? Okay. I remember the color of the album. I remember it was a cream and white color. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was awesome.
Album covers was different, y'all.
Yeah, they was. It made sense.
Yeah.
They don't do that these days.
I tell you this. Instead of who, did you notice how everything shifted though? It shifted from R&B music and good love music and music talking about love to hardcore rap. Like there was rap music out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Music.
There was rap music out, but the type of rap that was out was something with power behind it. Something that everybody has something to say, and there was a message.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Queen. But then they shut the message down.
Mm-hmm. Public Enemy.
Yeah, they shut the message down. The powers that be within the industry shut that down. And, not taking anything away from the art or these amazing artists and
they still
rappers.
They still have the gift. They still have a voice.
Great.
But I think some of them are using their voice in a different light.
I think they're being used.
Mm-hmm.
And I think right now, from what I'm seeing, it's a little too late. It's a little too late for people. This entire industry and the way music is made is changed
drastically. Yeah.
It has changed, and there's a lot of exposure, people. It's a lot of stuff coming out.
Yes.
It's a lot of things coming out. I ain't gonna get into the details, but if you pay attention, you do your research, if you will, you'll understand that there's a huge shift in the music industry, in that industry. And I want to get to our final thoughts if I could, because this is something that hit me when we were discussing the show. And to be totally honest, like I said, I don't take anything away from, the amazing, talented, accomplished artists that we mentioned throughout this entire show. Their music and contributions to music, like I said, have shaped us. To the culture. It has shaped us. They have proven over the years that I don't care what nobody says, us melanated people can't be touched.
At all.
So
Mr. Cooper in the building, what up, baby? Playhouse Mondays, let it ride. Nice camera.
Late nights, early mornings, gotta catch a flight home. Can't wait to get back to see you. And I can tell by the texts that you sent to me, baby, you want me to break you off, that's what I do. You can call me your director. Let's make a movie, babe. I wanna see you in your heels and your lingerie. Ain't worried about the neighbors, they gon' hear you scream my name. I'm a Michael Jackson, beat it till you tapping. Lights, camera, action. No time for acting. I hope you ready for what's really about to happen. Baby, we gon' shut the world off. Ain't no distractions. And I'm gon' do them things that you like, And I'm about to give you no mercy. No mercy. I'ma give you no mercy. Baby, I'ma give you this D. No mercy. No mercy. I'ma give you no mercy. Baby, I'ma give you this D.
I'ma apply pressure. I'ma apply pressure. I'ma apply pressure. I'ma apply pressure.
No mercy. No mercy. I'ma give you no mercy. Baby, I'ma give you this D. I know you fuck with me the long way. That's why I don't have no problems kissing that pussy. Juice is dripping down my beard, so I know you love it. What we do under the covers, it ain't for the public. I can feel your body calling. Ooh, I can feel your body calling. For me. Lights, camera, action. No time for acting. I hope you ready for what's really about to happen. Baby, we gon' shut the world off. Ain't no distractions. And I'm gon' do them things that you like. And I'm about to give you no mercy. No mercy. I'ma give you no mercy. Baby, I'ma give you this D. No mercy. No mercy. I'ma give you no mercy. Baby, I'ma give you this D.
I'ma apply pressure. I'ma apply pressure. I'ma apply pressure. I'ma apply pressure.
No mercy. No mercy. I'ma give you no mercy. Baby, I'ma give you this D.
With that being said, all the music we mentioned, all the artists that we mentioned, I believe everybody was being used. Being used and being dangled with, money. Popularity and money and stature and change. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to elevate their lives and put their families in better positions and be known as the greats?
Yeah, because that was their journey, I believe. They knew they had talent. They wanted to do something with their talent, like New Edition. They was trying to get out the hood. Edition. Come on, man.
New Edition. Them niggas done broke off. I'm sorry. New Edition, y'all. They broke off in the solos and 3-man acts and came back together for reunions and all. New Edition.
Come on.
But I believe it was all by design. Now hear me out. I believe they counted on our people through the music and the vibrations of the music that was made. I believe they counted on our people to procreate to that music.
And they did. And we did.
And we did. You can't lie.
And we did.
Everybody got a fucking playlist. Everybody got a playlist. Everybody. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. So
a lot of y'all was made off of that R. Kelly.
A lot of y'all was made off of R. Kelly. A lot of y'all was made. A lot of us was made from listening to good music and that, and you know what I mean? That the whole vibe of it.
Yeah.
The powers that be counted on that. And then when they realized we were growing as a people, we were gaining strength through our love, through love now. They want to come and switch it around and change the vibration. And the vibration they changed it to is from us singing about loving each other and loving one another and making love and making babies and making life. Now every song you hear is about killing and taking life. And it's been like that since then.
Yep.
Since they changed around what the rap culture and hip hop was. Hip hop.
Hip hop is not hip hop. Not to me.
And baby, it hasn't been like that for the longest for us.
For the longest for us.
And again, I say, not taking anything away from you amazing artists and you amazing talented artists. There's a lot of people that got used. And when they switched it to that killing music, to disrespecting our women, to disrespecting our own people, and the men, when it got to talking about killing and offing one another and all of that stuff, it has single-handedly went from procreation to destruction.
Dang. That's a revelation for you right there.
That was a revelation by us going over what we were talking about in making this show, and to come to that realization, because if you really think about it and you really get outside of the fucking beat and all of that shit and really focus on, you know what I'm saying? And then if you look at what's coming out about some of your favorite artists and some of your favorites, So with all that being said, that shit still goes on today. They are still pushing sex directly on our children through most of the female acts that is out right now. The male acts, they're pushing the same thing, but they're pushing separation to our women. Keep disrespecting, downing, cutting them down, beating on them. They're preaching that. And they're preaching that to the younger people, the younger generation.
Yeah.
Through the music and the culture. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
So, this is why we say those of you that may watching, you came up with us, our golden era of music can't be touched.
Can't be touched. Yeah. Facts.
I dare you. Put it in the comments. Our era of music can't be touched.
Not only that, go and listen to the rappers you listen to today. They're not saying nothing.
Not a damn thing.
And for the ones that are, look at their lifestyle. They not living what they saying. So
That's when music. That's when you could really take music for value. Because a lot of the people that we saw coming up, whether we knew their situations, no one knew anyone's contracts or anything like that. So no one really knew how anyone was living. You only knew what was being portrayed. But people made you feel. I don't know what they're trying to make people feel now.
Nothing.
It's so much emptiness.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I can't name anything on a playlist that I listen to actively from today's music. Yeah. Except for Mari Ben Raw.
Duh.
Blaze Hunter. Who is Nardo? You know?
Right.
People that I actually know that are really doing this. Yeah, I listen to myself.
Cooper. Hello.
Listen to myself. Fucking awesome.
Hello.
You should too. Unmatched Vibes is out right now.
Yes,
Pandora and right here, like YouTube and all of that, you know. Make sure you go on TikTok and make a video or something to it.
Something.
Unmatched Vibes. Yeah. But yeah.
Love the way you're moving up and down the pole. Ooh-wee, I love how you move on me. I love the way you move it up and down the pole. Ooh-wee, I love how you move on me. Ooh, jumping that ass on me. Girl, I love it, I love it, I love it how you jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Girl, I love it, I love it, I love it. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Girl, I love it, I love it, I love it. How you jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Girl, I love it, I love it, I love it. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. I love the way you're moving up and down the pole. Ooh-wee, I love how you move on me. I love the way you move it up and down the pole. Ooh-wee, I love how you move on me. Ooh, jumping that ass on me. Girl, I love it, I love it, I love it. How you jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Girl, I love it, I love it, I love it. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Girl, I love it, I love it, I love it. How you jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. Girl, I love it, I love it, I love it. Jumping that ass on me. Jumping that ass on me. I love the way you're moving up and down the pole. Ooh-wee, I love how you move on me. I love the way you move it up and down the pole. Ooh-wee, I love how you move on me. Ooh, God.
There's nothing like this music.
Yeah.
You know, so I would suggest
it's like a sprinkle of R&B music that I do listen to of the new artists that are out, but they have meaning in what they're saying. Because now being at the age that I am, I'm not just gonna listen to music. It has to have a meaning behind it.
Right.
Like all the songs that we listened to back then, yeah, we was too young to listen to it, but we could play those songs now and use it for us.
Mm-hmm. Now.
We're married now, yeah.
Exactly. Fucking A. Yeah.
So yeah, that's people just have to be mindful of what they put in their spirit.
What you ingest, and also what you allow your children to ingest. Oh, you ain't think I was gonna get on y'all and the kids? Huh? No. No, I am. I gotta say it.
Listen to that shit.
I have to say it. Listen, for all the bullshit y'all be giving Kanye, man, I saw a video recently. The baby mama, because that's what she is now, the ex-wife.
The ex-wife.
The ex-wife. She, for whatever reason, she seems like she is adamant about putting her daughter out here. And that shit looks crazy. You have your young
Blue Ivy.
Oh no, not at all. But you have your young daughter teaming up or have this artist, this Ice Spice girl, this artist come to the crib to come and do her little raps. Are you hearing what this girl's saying?
For real.
And then you got your daughter rapping to this stuff, and then this man, y'all trying this man. But I commend him, because that's how you supposed, as a parent, like really, really think about how and what you let your children ingest. I just said that just to say that. Like, y'all can't get on that man for that.
For real. If people stop focusing on trying to look at him as a crazy person, they will realize he make a lot of sense.
That man, he ain't lied.
He ain't lied yet.
He ain't told not one lie.
Not one. So
y'all figure that shit out.
Get out the matrix.
Yeah, y'all figure that shit out. If this, out of all the stuff he said, he has not told a lie. It's factual.
Facts.
You don't like it? Fuck it. I don't know what to tell you. That's what it is. People just don't like the delivery and they don't like what he's saying. But half the stuff that he's saying that y'all don't like, you know, is facts. The shit has happened. It is happening. All right, but that's neither here nor there.
Another topic.
That's another topic. We gonna jot that down too. Hold on, check. Yeah, but our golden era of music.
Yeah,
man, music isn't what it was, so you can only latch on to what you used to hear, and luckily we still have access to that type of music before they change it up.
Yeah,
and you won't be able to hear anything that was great.
Come on.
Yeah. So make sure y'all leave in the comments what were some of your favorite songs. What was some of your and within the time that you grew up, what were some of your favorite songs and some of the songs you listen to today?
Even if you didn't grow up in the 90s.
Yeah, wherever you grew up in.
Share your era of music that you enjoy.
That you think can rival the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, baby, this was great.
Yeah, it was. You know how we begin deep.
Yeah, we just go off on a tangent. But that's what you get. No BS with the Coopers. These are real deal conversations, people.
Yes.
This ain't no show for show. Nah,
we just letting y'all step into our world.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You can follow me. You know where to follow me. I don't gotta say it. Our stuff is, you can follow me. You know what it is.
Yeah, ahead, if you like to, you can just follow us. And we thank you for tuning in with No BS with the Coopers.
With the Coopers.
You got it, you got it. You got it, you got it. I love your dress.
This is No BS with the Coopers.